Hey everyone, it's Mike with It's Pittsfield Tonight. I am here at the Berkshire Humane Society on Barker Road in Pittsfield with Vice President of the Pittsfield Rotary Club, Jim Bronson. And Jim, this year you are also the chairman for the Pittsfield Rotary auction.
Mike, as always, you and I do a lot of work together for a lot of different causes in Pittsfield, and thanks for being here this year for us once again, like you did last year, to help support what we do in Rotary. And yes, I am this year's vice president and this year's auction chair. The auction is the 28th of this month, the end of the month, on Saturday evening at 4:30 up at Berkshire Hills Country Club. A little bit later, John's going to tell you about our website that we did to get tickets. I may have to do it, but we'll see if he can do this. Kenny, we're going to see. We were doing some rehearsals earlier this morning, see if we got the website for your free tickets to this fabulous event. But it's a terrific event. The Rotary Club, locally and internationally. It's an international club, but here in Pittsfield, we've been around for, we were just talking this morning, 108, 109 years or so.
You don't look that old.
I know. I'll tell you what. It's the Grecian formula kind of it. But I said, we've been around, not me. So the club has been around about 108 years, and I've been a proud Rotarian for a number of years. John's been serving even longer than I have in our club. But what the Rotary Club does is we give back to the community. It's a service organization. We give scholarships, large scholarships to a lot of our local students. We support food banks. We support literacy projects. That's all around here, and other things that we do. And we also support International Rotary, which does things like ending polio, which is almost eradicated, water projects for places in deep Africa where there's no clean water we take for granted. We help things like that. So how we do some of that is raising money at the auction, like we're doing this year.
Is the auction your biggest?
It's our biggest of the year. It's our 36th annual event. This year's called the 36th annual event. I know last year you were wondering what our title was. This year it's a little bit more straightforward. It's the 36th annual Rotary auction, and soon you'll hear about the website because I'm going to make John do this, but. One of the other things that you're going to see in a moment, too, is every year we do, and you may have a great gesture, maybe I could do this, we have an auction within the auction, or maybe it's an auction within the auction. Maybe we'll go this way.
Yeah, I think you have to.
Yeah, I think we do, the auction within the auction. And we have a fantastic benefactor, and it goes to somebody who not only does his organization do great work for the community, their executive director is also a Rotarian, and that is here for the Berkshire Humane Society with Mr. Peralt, who's the executive director here. The auction within the auction this year is going to raise some much needed funds for this amazing organization here at Berkshire Humane and all that they do. Obviously, when we speak to John, or you speak to John, you hear more about what Berkshire Humane does, but we are so thrilled and honored to be able to help this amazing organization this year. And I'm not going to tell you the website. We'd have to have John Peralt do it. It's his part of his penance is to tell you the website a number of times. You're probably putting it right here in the lower thirds of the screen. It's probably already right there, but knowing how you do video productions. But we really love to see you on the 28th. It starts at 4:30 p.m. There's some fantastic food. These are $50 tickets that you're going to get for absolutely free when you go to our website.
So do you know some of the big things that people will be bidding on? Or
Sure, a great question. There's event experiences such as sporting events, concert events, there are admissions to different cultural venues. There will be likely some trip certificates, some Airbnb type things, a lot of experiential things. There's artwork. Other merchandise, there's always, if you need a fantastic skill saw, I guarantee you we'll be auctioning off one of those. We have that kind of stuff every year, but we have some merchandise, some like I said, artwork and things, a lot of experiential things, and one of the biggest single pieces of wares, if you will, that we have are restaurant certificates. We have lots of our local restaurateurs support this event every year, and you can get an assembly. Sometimes you get a whole package of, the Dalton experience or something, and there's certificates for 3 or 4 restaurants up in Dalton. It's a very, very nice experience that we do. And we thank, as John did this morning on we did a radio show this morning, we couldn't do any of this without our local businesses supporting it, because it's all of them giving their goods, their wares, their certificates, whatever it might be, their merchandise, and some individuals as well who support this fantastic thing we do. So it's the 36th annual auction. It's the 28th, Saturday the 28th at Berkshire Hills Country Club on Benedict Rd. 4:30 it starts with a silent auction. You can do an auction preview. This year we're going to have Jack Waldheim, local musician, playing for about an hour and a half for us, just to keep things kind of moving along during the cocktail hour. There's a fabulous food available for you as an attendee, a cash bar service if you need to get a little beverage in you as the auction starts, and a fantastic time. It's just a great event. You were there last year, which we appreciated again, and it
was full house.
It's a full house. And with this benefactor, with Berkshire Humane, literally we're wondering, unless we have another one of our Berkshire blizzards this year, we're wondering if we have to limit it to capacity, because it fills up every year, and we always have a fit. Like last year was Strong Little Souls for the kids with cancer was our benefactor. This year with these guys, I mean, look what the job they do down here at Berkshire Humane. And
absolutely. This is one that's
it's
near and dear to me.
Of course, I think to everybody, but you especially. You're a dog whisperer too. You know, like probably like John is and most of the people here. But this fantastic organization is so deserving, and we are beyond thrilled to be able to support all that they do. And their people are amazing. The person that's in this building is just as amazing as the next. It's a great place to be. Can't say enough about them.
So John, please step up.
To get your tickets.
Well, let me introduce you. So this is John Peralt, and you are a Rotarian and the executive director of the Berkshire Humane Society.
That would be correct.
Okay.
And to get your free tickets, right, they're going to go fast. PittsfieldRotaryAuction.com.
All right.
That's PittsfieldRotaryAuction.com. And one more time, PittsfieldRotaryAuction.com. Now, on my radio show, a few minutes ago, I was putting the .org in. But it is .com.
Other iterations.
A couple. But again, it's going to be a super night. Being a Rotarian for a long time, I was surprised many weeks ago when Jim sat down with us and said, "Hey, by the way, we're choosing Berkshire Humane Society to be the benefactor of the auction within the auction," which is absolutely fabulous. Part of what we're doing now, where a lot of our money goes to, is pet retention, trying to keep families together. And so many people, whether it be for food insecurities with our pet food bank, to access to care for veterinary care. We now have a clinic on Dalton Ave. We've had that now for about 3 years. Our family dog school from people that have behavior problems with their dogs, that goes on and on. Last year, we touched well over 16,500 animals through different programs. We've helped over 1,500 animals that we've sheltered through our building. And so this will go a long way to not only helping keep pets with their families, but also hopefully building and creating new families as well as people come in and adopt from us.
Have you seen an increase in requests, speaking of that, of people, pet owners that are, for whatever circumstances, are in need of assistance?
Food bank alone last year handed out over 48,000 pounds of food, which is over 6,300 requests for people that are in need. That's continuously growing. It's not getting smaller. And the people that need access to care that just can't afford veterinary care or don't have a veterinarian. And it's so, even if you have a veterinarian, sometimes it's hard to get in, which I'm sure you know, right? So we're out there to help those people as well. So those are two really big areas, I think, with the environment in our community right now, that the community really relies on us.
That's one you don't hear a lot about, and you really kind of need to. Yeah. That's important.
I think most people, when they think of the Humane Society, they think as the place where you have to get rid of your animal, that's where it goes, or it's a great place to come and adopt or add to your family, right? And it's not just dogs or cats. As you see, we have hamsters and rats and guinea pigs and rabbits and so on. So it's more than just dogs and cats. But I think that's what most people think of us, but they don't realize our real goal, our selfish goal, is we don't want the animals coming in here. So they're already in a home. How do we keep them in that home? And we keep them in that home by meeting people where they're at, working with them, and trying to solve their problems so they can keep that pet. Because they really don't want to give up their pet, right? They just have a problem, and especially if it's a temporary problem, that's a way we can keep them in that home as well.
Absolutely. That's super important.
Yep.
I know I've known friends of mine that had been in situations where they had to move into an apartment and struggled finding a place where they could have their animal.
Right now, housing insecurity is probably one of the biggest reasons we have people show up at our doors. They're in need of help. And at the moment, that's a tough one to help because it's not a temporary problem.
Right.
And most of the programs we have, our Safe Pet program things, it's to help people temporarily get them back on their feet or to help them keep them on their feet. And so the housing is certainly one of the big reasons why people do have to surrender their pets here. Sometimes, they're coming in their U-Haul trucks and they've done everything they possibly could, talk to everybody that possibly could, but at the end of the day, they don't have another option. They have to make a tough decision. So hopefully,
That's heartbreaking.
It is, but we're here, you know, and I
Yep.
think if people say, John, what's the most important thing the Berkshire Humane Society does? We're not prejudiced. It doesn't matter if an animal is old, too young, aggressive, major behavior problems. We're here to help people that walk through that door. We don't pick and choose. We're here for everybody. And having that door open every day. And it doesn't cost anything to surrender an animal as well. You know, we ask for a donation, obviously, but if they don't have it, that animal is still taken and that animal is still treated, given what it needs to hopefully find that forever home. Free tickets. The food is going to be fabulous. You know, this is a beverage and food guy here, so he was in charge of the menu, so it's going to be great.
Oh, I'm
And,
sure with Jim be at the helm, it's going to be
it
spectacular.
is, yeah. He hasn't talked about the pyrotechnics yet, but supposedly those might be going off somewhere. Who knows?
Nice. Are you going to be an auctioneer or anything like that this year?
Well, you know what? No, probably not. But you'll begrudgingly have to listen to me a little bit. Probably when we introduce John, I'll probably bring John out. We'll have our club president start off the event, and then midway through, I'll probably bring out John, and they're going to put together a little show for us.
Will you have like an auctioneer talking super fast like you see on...
We have a good auctioneer. I don't know that he does it, but you know, he's not exactly that, but he does. You know, we're all older anyway. We can't hear 85, 90, 95, 100. You can't always hear that. What did I just bid on? So no, the guy does a great job.
Yeah. But you'll see if you go to scratch your head and your paddle goes up by mistake.
Yep,
You're next.
Sold on
Here we go.
105.
So it is going to be traditional auction where
Yes.
you get a number and you raise your...
Very quickly to talk about the process, when you go to Pittsfield Rotary Auction.com, you can get your tickets. There are probably some available here at, at Berkshire Humane. Several businesses have them out on their counter. You know a Rotarian, they'll have tickets, but you go to the website now, a new thing for this year, and you can grab as many free tickets as you need.
It's a QR code, right?
It will be there. You actually downloadable. It's very much like if you purchase a concert ticket online. It's the very same process, other than these are free. You simply enter your name and email and how many tickets you need. It will drop down and it comes right over to you.
Awesome.
It'll be right on your phone. So that's very easy. From 4:30 to 6, the silent auction, the auction preview, the fantastic food, the cocktail service available, some music happening. The live auction starts right about 6. That goes along for, an hour and a half or so. Then we do the auction within the auction. Then we finish the show, if you were the auction, with the rest of the items. And it's fantastic. But when you come in, you'll be greeted by some of our Rotarians, some Rotary volunteers, some Berkshire Humane volunteers. Assuming you plan to be a bidder, we have some very friendly people. You walk up to a desk, you give them your credit card, obviously your name, so we know who you are. You have now registered for your paddle. Then you go over there, enjoy some food, and when we start doing the live auction, you raise that and raise it high and help support all that the Rotary does.
And during that time, we'll have a silent auction, so you can go, you got your bidding number, and you can just bid on many of the silent auction items as well.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. And it raises money for great causes. Rotary itself is a fantastic cause, of course, and always we pick a great cause to help participate in. This year it's these guys, which I said we're beyond thrilled, really, to be helping out this great organization.
Okay, so March 28th.
There we go.
4:30, the doors open.
4:30 it opens, and it starts with the silent auction, and it runs to...
Around 8:30.
Okay.
The whole event goes about 4 hours or so, give or take.
Food, beverages, all that?
Food is there from when you get there from 4:30 till around 6:15. Once the live auction starts, we kind of need to get the food out of the way because everyone sits down. You're up and moving around during the first hour and a half.
Any certain attire or anything this year, anything like
No
that?
Led Zeppelin shirts. Other than that,
Oh,
it's fine. No, come as you are. It does not make a
Dress
difference.
comfortably. Have a great
Okay.
time.
Yeah, we just want to have you there.
I know you've done costume themes and things like that in the past.
No
Nothing-
costumes.
No costumes this year. We're just going to come as you are.
Okay, that sounds good.
36th annual.
Yes.
36th annual.
That is the theme,
That's
the
our theme,
36th
36
annual.
years,
I like
yes.
that.
How
That's
about
amazing
3,000
too.
years. How about it?
All right, so I hope to see, where am I looking? I'm going to look in this one. I hope to see all of you there on the 28th. We're going to go look at some animals. I'm excited about that. Maybe I'll go home with one.
Another one?
Yeah, you can
for
never
you.
have enough.
Yeah, you do great work yourself with animals, Mike.
All right, well, thank you again, John.
Hey, Mike, thank you very, very
Absolutely,
much for having
Jim.
us.
Thank you, Mike.
I will see you
Appreciate all you do
soon.
for us. Thank you.
And let's go look at some animals.
All right.